Hello there, welcome back. So this is the follow-up tutorial for the stone miner. Just want to say a quick apology for saying about the 6 bearings. For some reason I just had these ones in my mind, the drive and the steering. But as you can see, there's obviously a few more. So yeah, apologies for that. So yeah, let's get building. Okay, so the actual build is 17 blocks wide, so a full drag of blocks and then one on the end. And then I usually find the center and then do these bits off of it, just like a basic chassis. And then the seat. So this is going to be where the seat's going to sit. These are going to be for the suspension and what the wheels sit off of. This is going to be just, I suppose, like the walking platform. So as you get out of the chair, you don't go straight into the wheels. Engine sits here. Yeah, again, I did start with a gas engine. I found it slipped around, and obviously the stones always seem to be up hills, and yeah, I found the electric engine was far superior in torque and a bit more control. So yeah, I went with that in the end. Again, yeah, upgrade it as soon as you can to level 5, just so it's a bit more efficient on batteries. Only because, yeah, it's a bit more, it's not as easy to get as gas. So yeah, there's the saddle seat. So I like that sort of seat for sort of centre builds, whereas you only need one seat. I think the 4-seat is good if you've got, like, say, a driver passenger build. But these are, I think, yeah, a lot better for this sort of build. And again, just get it upgraded to level 5 as soon as, so you get the bearing settings, because that will come in handy for the rear steering. Okay, so this is going to be backboard, I suppose you could call it, which the refiners will sit up against. Oop. Again, there wasn't any specific measurement I went by, it was just a case of build as you go. I suppose it's just giving you a rough idea of how I built. So this is the basic cab. Yeah, so if you want to pause and whatever throughout the video, just to see what each block is, if you want to do that. I usually like to keep builds in survival open, like no actual doors, just so it's a lot easier to jump out the top. If any bots attack you, you can get out quick. So yeah, I usually keep it all open really on the top. Alright, so then we got the suspension, 3 blocks out, and then that gives you 2 blocks per wheel if you're going to double the wheel. Obviously if you just want single wheels, then yep, come out another 2 blocks. But yeah, I went with the double wheels at the front. I suppose it probably just helps a little bit with grip, and I think just makes it a bit more beefy looking. 2 blocks down. Let me just replace the lift, just get a bit of position, and then a bearing, another bearing. Oh, that's not going to help. Double wheel, double wheel. So that's sort of the basic front. Next is the resource collectors. I like to keep these like one block, well, I suppose down. So it's not flush, just one block. So I think it's enough. So it picks the rods up, but it doesn't get grounded as much on the floor. And again, yeah, flush with the sides. So this is going to be the main bit that holds the drills. I suppose again I also did it like that, so it's attached to the actual main body, so if you did want to take a resource collector off, all this wouldn't just drop off, because yeah, if there's no actual connection it will think that that is it, and obviously once you remove it all this would fall off. So yeah, that was the reason for this middle bit. So then, yeah, so this is the business end. This is all the drills and mechanism. So the first lot of bearings. Again with these pipes, they're not necessarily. You don't have to necessarily use them. You can find them at warehouses outside, in like the car park bits. They're like little barriers next to the parking spaces. And yeah, I just thought I'd not really use this part, so I thought, oh, might as well try it. And yeah, so that's what I used. If you want to use the single pipe corner, then yeah, just come one block further out, and you might just have to use a couple of these blocks just to pack out this bit as well. But I'll just do it as I did in the original build. So then you want 2 pistons. As you can see, they're quite weird collision. I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, 2 more elbows. And then another couple of bearings. And then the T-piece. So each T-piece will have a drill. So it's T-piece. And then a longer bit, T-piece. And so on. And then with this, just make sure you weld it up. Yeah. Okay. And then the next is the suspension. Little pipe pieces. And then a bearing for each of the drills. And then for the underneath, these are rigid, I suppose you could say, because there's no actual suspension. It's just rigid. So it's 1 in from the end, then 2, 3, 2, and then a 1. Sort of the pattern I went for. Yeah, so that's that. So we'll put the controllers in. Again, if you want to use gas engines for the running of the drills, go for it. But you'd need at least 2 controllers for these sets of bearings here. And if you want, you can use a switch for the pistons. So you just need a minimum of 2 controllers. I think level 2 to 3. couple of switches. So yeah, so I'm going to do it how I did it. So I had 3 controllers. I had one at level 5 for the drills. Again, you can use a gas engine or electric, but yeah, I mean, it uses up fuel, whereas I think the controller, once you leveled it up, that's it, you don't really need to worry about it. Switch for the other controllers, and then switch for the pistons. So yeah, that's sort of the business end. I'll get to all the angles and stuff later on. So one controller for them, and the other controller for them too. Yeah, so I had one as the drills on, and then we'll set these up accordingly. Actually, we'll leave that till a little bit later on. Okay, so that's sort of the main front. The back, again, I didn't have any set distance or measurement. It was just a case of build as I went, really. The only thing I did sort of test was just this distance here, so the resource collectors could pick it up, because there's a certain distance. Between this, how far away it will pick it from there, so you just have to be careful of that. But that was about right. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 7. Yeah. And just a couple of walls, just to help with protection, and I think just gives it a little bit more of a shape. Again, you can just take it off the harsh 90 by just taking out a few of the blocks. Yeah. Alright guys, I'll probably have to leave it there, so I'll do a part 2. We'll do the rest of the back, set up the steering, and we'll set up all the bearings, and I'll show you all the angles and all that sort of all that stuff. So yeah, alright, I'll see you in part 2. Okay, cheers guys, bye.